My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
Okay, so many of you probably saw that video. This is big news as Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, says that she's undergoing treatment for a cancer diagnosis. Now, we don't know exactly what type of cancer she's battling, but we do know that she had abdominal surgery previously and is now currently, as she said, undergoing preventative chemotherapy. So this morning, we're diving into exactly what preventative chemotherapy is. I had never heard of that and why it's much more complex than it sounds. WWL Louisiana Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hebert offering his thoughts on the topic. A lot of people immediately, that there was suspicion about the abdominal surgery and then came out that she had cancer. But what is preventative chemotherapy?
Well, before we get there, I just want people to leave people's medical business alone.
Oh my gosh.
Right? I mean, this was hacked, and that's why this woman had to come out and tell her personal business. So that's one thing I have to say, because medical, that your records are yours and nobody should.
Well, and you never know what someone is going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, but what is preventative chemotherapy? Basically, I don't want people to think that, what I can do is I can start taking chemotherapy before I get some cancer. That's really not what this is. Basically, preventative chemotherapy is what we do after you have had either breast, colon cancer, other cancers as well, but just to kind of clean up what's actually happened. If there's some extra cancer cells that are lone cancer cells that are floating around, also to prevent the reoccurrence of the cancer. So, people get this confused, like you can do things to prevent cancer, but chemotherapy is not one of the things you can do to prevent cancer. What you need to do to prevent cancer is stop drinking so much alcohol, stop eating so much horrible food, and stop, exposing yourself to sunlight without putting sunscreen on. Those are the things you can do. Meanwhile, preventive chemotherapy is after you already have a cancer, remove the cancerous organ, and then try to make sure that it doesn't recur.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting that she said that, but I think you're right. Let's back off sometimes when it's people's health, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Another big one, we've been on this topic of ADHD and what we're learning, as scientists are discovering more with adults, but also children.
Sure.
And so they're saying that certain foods could actually make those symptoms worse?
Yeah, now we did a story just last week about women and their misdiagnosis and girls with misdiagnosis and underdiagnosis of ADHD. And I will be doing a follow-up on that because I've got more response from that about with women in this city and in this state, around this country, who are really struggling, okay? So we will be doing a follow-up story. But basically this story, there's a study out of Ohio State, took 134 kids. They were not on medicine for ADHD, but they did have a diagnosis. And what they did show is that if your child did not eat fruit and vegetable, okay? So that means we want multiple fruits and multiple vegetables in the day and ate a lot of processed food. Their ADHD symptoms were higher. Okay, so what we need to remember is that if your child has ADHD, making them eat a strawberry and a banana is not going to cure their ADHD. But we do know that if they eat a poor diet, especially with a lot of dyes and processed food, and don't eat fruits and vegetables, their symptoms will be worse.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to those dyes for sure. Okay, and then this last one we want to get to here, talking about the FDA lab describing acne treatment products and what's contained in them.
All right, so Clearasil, I want to read these. Proactive, Panoxyl, Clearasil, Walmart brand of benzoyl peroxide acne treatments, and Clinique, okay, Target brands as well. They have benzene in them up to about 800 times what the FDA says that you can have in there. And benzene can cause leukemia and other blood cancers. So please, if you have these, they haven't been recalled yet. Okay, but please make sure we can put this on our website too, so you can see this.
Yeah, we
but
will.
This is not like what happened with the sunscreen, okay, where you add benzene. This is actually something that was not added. It's benzene that's in this that comes from the benzoyl peroxide as a metabolite. So please be careful with these products.
Okay, and I know you just listed a number of products there, so those will all be listed on our website, as Dr. Hebert mentioned, along with everything that we talked about here. So if you want to go back over it and refer to it, we'll have that on WWLTV.com for you.